Well, I might have to get my mouse ready. Waiting for progress to publish. To be published? What? Your stream will start shortly.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd lie to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to.
But I've listened to it back to back most of the time. But I wanted to talk about this show. Xhunters. Welcome to chat. He's telling me he keeps telling me to sign in, but I'm actually signed in. How are you all doing? Hopefully everyone's well, not sick from this, whatever this is. I've only watched like 20 minutes of the show, and it's so freaking insane. It is insane. I'm done. Okay, the first victim. Put together a group of Nazi guys.
What do you say? I want me.
I played Jonah Heidelbaum, and at the beginning of the show, his grandmother's murdered in front of him, and he's trying to find out why anybody would do this. And it leads him on this journey to meet Meyer Offman, this Al's character.
He's a very wealthy, successful businessman. You get a sense that he's lived a life there, and part of his charm is you don't know what exactly it was, and you get a sense that he comes from the camps during the Holocaust.
My deepest sorrows about your grandmother. We're in the camps together.
I play Millie Morris. She's an FBI agent. She's one of the first black women to work for the FBI in 1977. She's a trailblazer, and she is on the hunt.
As am I, playing Travis Leach. Leach is a very good name for him. He's a neo-Nazi fixer, psychopath hitman thing. He's his own entity.
My character's name is Lonnie Flash. He's a blazingly talented movie actor.
Thinks he's a...
He also has... No, he is.
He is.
I say it. You have to... He's had an up and down career, and he gets this offer to join the hunt for the Nazis who are hiding out in America.
I can't go too much into detail with Sister Harriet because there's a lot of spoilers in her history, but she is an ex-MI6 spy who happens to be a Catholic nun.
Murray and Mindy are a couple who were Holocaust survivors in Auschwitz and survived.
I play Mindy, and I am a weapons expert. I was in the camps in the Holocaust.
I play Joe, and I am a former soldier, a Vietnam veteran. You could say I'm the muscle of the group.
I play Roxy Jones. She's the fixer of the group. She's a lockpicker. She's a crime scene cleaner. She's trained in hand-to-hand combat, and she's also a single mom and an activist.
I'd say, like, if you want to get yourself in the mind frame of Hunters, something along the lines of Tarantino's good, Pulp Fiction or whatever, and then, I don't know, let's finish off with our Al Pacino film.
Each episode has maybe a film you like. Episode 4 is like our Dog Day Afternoon episode, which is kind of fun because one of our actors was in that movie. One of our co-stars.
One of our co-stars was in that.
No, 2 of our co-stars were in that movie.
They acted out the same.
Carol Kane, yes.
That you missed. Yeah.
He said he wants to know what time you'll be through.
Girlie, please.
Films like Sophie's Choice would be amazing to watch for the personal quandaries behind all of these characters.
Every movie from the 70s?
Yeah.
For Joe, I'd say watch Deer Hunter.
For Roxy, I guess you could watch some blaxploitation films, some Pam Grier films, I'd say.
Death is too easy for you. I want you to suffer.
IMDb. Of course not. Hunters. Somebody commented on the video I made of the show, and they said that there it is in my feed. It said Mindy, Hunters X Hunters is Universal Conspiracy Theory. That's his name on YouTube. His or her. And he said some crazy stuff, but I mean it's stuff that I already know. Like, I mean it's satire because they're not killing each other. You know what I mean? It's not happening like that. Do you have Hall Echo on purpose? No, I bet. I'm not very fluid with this. Let me just take the mic out. Because for some reason the camera wants to record audio, and I chose to record audio through the microphone, but maybe I don't know. What up? Man, just chilling. I've been watching. I tried to watch the show. It's called Hunters on Amazon Prime. And I had to stop watching it because it was so surreal. It's like I can't believe they're putting this on TV stuff I've been talking about my whole life. I should have written this show and gotten rich because apparently it's entertainment. All it got me was eye rolls. What up, yo? Go. Yeah, well, let me see. Any echo now? Afro Man. So, somebody tell me what's going on with the COVID-19. What do you think is going on? Ice Cream Day, Barry Chad, Malibu Sky 3. Cause I got high with weed with woof. What? I get it. Just took me a minute. Oh Lord, I can't really stay on long, but I just want to go live. I always try to talk myself out of it when I start doing it. But the past few days, I had this guitar sitting around, right, and I I told myself I was gonna learn how to play it, but I think maybe that's never gonna happen. So I traded it for a few old computers, and I was sitting here for days just trying to get Linux on both of them. There's an iMac from 2007 and a MacBook from 2008, and finally I got two different Linux distributions on them. Is it over? Buffering. Just reload. Tell them to reload. Let me type. I'll type it. If you want to leave, you can leave. It's not over though. Yet. I have bad internet. In the boondocks. Still echoing. I wonder why. I can see my audio right here in the OBS, and it does reverberate a little bit. Let me go to settings. Create. I don't know. You have to understand that I don't know exactly what I'm doing. Could be my voice. Could be that I'm just really good at making that noise. And I'm also sitting in a corner with a sheet behind me. See you later, party barge captain. I have a cousin who works on a river barge. He's actually the captain too. He worked there for like almost 30 years probably. I actually don't even know what I was going to say about this anymore. But I guess it doesn't matter because you wouldn't understand it anyways because of the reverberation. But I do want to say something about the coronavirus. I just want to say that I don't know anybody that has the coronavirus. I don't know anybody, I haven't met anybody. But I have a family member in the military, my brother. And I turned the microphone sensitivity down, turned it way down actually. But yeah, my brother, he's in the military and he was supposed to come visit at the end of the week. And then he texted me and told me that it was going to be, he might have to stay a little while longer. And then he texted me again the next day and said that the DOD put a travel suspension, or yeah. So he said it might be May before they get to go anywhere. So I'm thinking if they are, like, whoever's planned this already knows when it's going to be over. And you can bet that if there's something going on out there that they have a cure for it for themselves, and they already had it before they released it. Spinny wheel. Can't see anything. Well, I'm not really showing much. I'm just talking. My face is up there. But it's like I said, I think our internet we get is like 16 gigabytes. That's how much bandwidth I have. And we're supposed to upgrade to 50 something. Yeah, it says dropped frames detected 85% over the last 2 minutes. And that doesn't really make sense. But besides that, sometimes there are a lot of devices that pick up internet here. So the bandwidth is always just spread out. And that's why I mainly focus on uploading videos. Can you at least hear me? I'm going to put the chat on there actually. Let's go over here with that. You know, I have another channel for video games, and I almost put it up instead because I really am addicted to technology and video games, and I think that that's probably one of the main problems with our society, is our addictions. I appreciate y'all coming and tuning in though, but now you can see, I guess that's probably redundant for you all, but I keep having to look back and forth. Little owl man staring at you. Alright, let's close. Let's go to msn.com. They always got the news. And you can see me. Yeah, it's dark. I have all the lights out. In case someone little bitty wakes up and hears my talking, they won't come in here if it's dark. They'll just stay in bed with their mom. Alright, let's see. You know what? I'm so out of the loop when it comes to news. The only thing I do is YouTube. I did figure out a way last night. I freaking downloaded so much stuff from YouTube. I spent so much time recording videos so that I could mirror them or whatever, you know, edit them, make my own videos. But there is a very simple way. I don't know if all phones can do it, but yeah, I guess you have to be able to download the app. Like, you have to double up on some apps, like work together, download YouTube videos. It was crazy. That almost kept me from going live, honestly, because I have a problem with being pretty impulsive and compulsive, so I get hooked on things pretty easily. Things that involve technology. I don't know if anybody's ever watched that show, Longmire, yeah. It was great. It was very great. I still want anybody to tell me if they know that anybody that has the virus. Coronavirus buffering. But because, like I said, I talked to my brother, they put the suspension on them from travel, but I asked him if there was anybody out that way. He lives in Virginia. He said no, there was nobody anywhere near. All the cases that were there in Virginia were way further away, and I was like, well, that's good, I'm glad. It's just crazy. It's like, I feel like everything that I've said my whole life, I've been scoffed at, you know, eye rolls, but I feel like I'm being vindicated now, and I don't even have to say I told you so to these people, because it's like they're gonna be thinking to themselves that, and then I always, you know, it's like that one song when we all load up, when they load us all up in the same train car, you know, the Fourth Reich. I should have read that off. I was gonna read that, what the description of the show was. Basically, it's just talking about Project Paperclip and how the Nazis came over here to start the Fourth Reich. What's up, T1000? My brother. I saw that video you posted the other day of you in the wagon, and it was hilarious to me. I just sat there and watched the whole thing, laughing on the inside. It was hilarious. I can hear, see, and feel. Duck Hunter. Alright. Hey, let's see. It looks like those shelves are full. I have to confess to everyone, I haven't left the house but maybe once since all this happened. Not because I'm scared of the virus, but because I just don't leave the house. I'm scared of other things, I guess. I'm scared of the police. They terrify me. For no reason. It's an irrational fear that I've had since I was a child. There's a reason, but maybe I'll share that sometime later. I checked with my nursey nurse at the VA. Nothing is different, just a cold. Hello, C. Noble. Thanks, I tried. Nah, bro, you did good. That was hilarious. I'm still cracking up about it. Let's see. I have one strike against my channel now because of a video that I posted. I still have both of those videos. I had another one I was going to post right behind it too, and then they gave me that strike, which they would have gave me another one. I couldn't post anything for 2 weeks or a week. I can't remember. But that's one of the reasons I slowed down, not on purpose, just because it only takes 7 days to form a habit. So 7 days, that's why they put you out for 7 days, because 7 days is a habit. Unless you keep up making videos to post, and I didn't. I just took a break. I have all these video games that I haven't been playing. Neglecting my video games. Hello, I am not lurking. I was expecting sex bots, lol. Yeah, I don't have any bots in here. I haven't tried to set any up. I've only used OBS a handful of times. I got this computer given to me, as a gift, and I was so terrified I'd break it, so I got these old computers to work on, make sure I wasn't going to break them. I did pretty good, actually. I'm proud of myself. Sex bots. Wow. Actually, you ever watched, what is that show? Humans. Yeah, let's go look at that one. Look at that one. Humans. That was another Amazon show. Humans. And of course, they hit. What? HTH? I'm very confused. This show was crazy awesome. I just watched the latest season recently. TV is something I don't know if I'll ever be able to give up myself because I'm hopelessly addicted to it. No, tell me. Check this out. Alright, look. Synthetic human beings. And if none of you are gamers, I know T1000 is, but Fallout 4 is all about synthetics and technology, surveillance, and all this stuff. Why does it not have anything on here? Alright, there are some videos that are just really good that you should watch. It's like, actually, you should probably watch the whole series and you'll get little pieces everywhere, but and it's funny that when you said sex bots, it made me think of this, because some of these robots, they're synthetics. They're not robots anymore. They're completely synthetic human beings. Sorry, synthetic hormone. Not, I mean, yeah. I don't know. What is a synth? Data. That was my favorite synth.
Someone released a piece of unique code and made you conscious. Now you think and feel.
See, I can't hear anything on there. I have to mute it.
They're waking up more and more every day.
And in the story, the man who created the synthetics, he created a handful of synthetics with actual consciousness. And that family right there, their daughter, she hacked the code and unlocked the consciousness to all the synthetics.
Every time we launch
it, and it was chaos.
People say we've changed the world. Not even close. But this time, we will.
I mean, I have to say that, most people just don't treat other people very well, much less other things.
I care about something.
What's up, Tammy? George?
We're made to feel. We can't deny that.
You make one slip.
But yeah, these synthetics are dangerous.
If this leaks,
but only because
we deny
of the way they were treated by us in the metaphor.
Of your insignificance.
How is it that you can have feelings for a human?
Very good show. I mean, it's all these shows, they make you have emotions for inanimate objects. That's what it is,
Are you ready?
in my opinion. They want you to love these machines. And I mean, I do. I can admit that. I love my computer. I love my phone. I love these things. And they're inanimate objects. And if they can get you to make love to one of these things, then that is necrophilia. That's what it is.
Be free.
The definition of necrophilia.
If it can think, it should think.
Get out of this house!
If it can feel.
I might have misspelled that, but this ain't no spelling bee. Let's see. Sexual intercourse with or attraction towards corpses. Dead, inanimate objects. Inorganic matter. Whatever. Webster. Necrophilia, also known as necrophilism. Necrolania. And I have something else to say about that. Think about this. Alright. I don't want to make any ladies mad, but you gotta think about this. You gotta think about this. They're just now creating sex robots for men, but they have had sex robots for women since the 50s. They've been creating these mechanical things for women. Vibrators. They have parties all the time where they sell these things. And this, I mean, making love to inanimate objects or inorganic matter. Coronavirus updates. I've never even searched that, but it's there for me, so let's look. I don't know. There was this guy who was talking about it on here on the YouTube, and he was explaining my mind better than I could. It was great. Are we the game of clones? Tasha Yar wasn't the same after Data. Tasha. She knew she would never find another man like that. Golly. It's like he was like the, what do you call it? The Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going. Alright. 3-course meal. Tesla. Nikola Tesla. The only man to have at least documented and told people that he saw past, present, and future all simultaneously when he made contact with his Tesla coil. Or an arc jumped from his coil to his body, and he saw the past, present, and future. What am I thinking about the coronavirus? I think that unless I see, I don't even think that none of this is really happening. I think that I think that what the other people are saying, how they're just saying that all the deaths are just regular deaths that happen every day, and they're saying it's coronavirus. That's possible. It's also possible that it's real. I don't think that. I think that if it was real and there was really a pandemic going on, that they would be saying that nothing was going on. You know what I mean? That's the way I see our governments, plural, all of them together in cahoots. I see it as them against us. And if there was a problem here, then they would just be telling us there's no problem. And they're saying, oh, it's a problem. So obviously there's no problem. Recreational rectal user. It's funny you say that. Meth. There's another show that I watch, and the wealthiest people in the world call themselves meths. I don't get it. And then my girlfriend said tonight, she's like, why do you think they call themselves that? I don't know. Alter Carbon is the name of that show. And in that show, I'm going to go ahead and search it up for the people who haven't seen it. It's insane. I'm glad you said that. It's about, they make synthetic bodies, sleeves is what they call bodies in this show. Sleeves. Your body is a sleeve. And your consciousness is on a stack, which is like a computer chip that's in the back of your, like, connect in between your spinal cord, I guess your brainstem. A martial law test maybe buried. Yes, very possible. I think they're just testing the public in general. They're just going to see how the general public reacts to a little bit of like chaos or the possibility of something big, and then whenever all that dies down and everybody's like, oh well, I guess it was really nothing, they were just blown out of proportion, which is what most of us think now, that's when they'll roll out the real problem. And somebody was explaining it, and I don't know if he's right, but he seemed right. You know, Altered Carbon is a Netflix original. I think it's original to Netflix, yeah. I waited for a whole year for the second season to come out. It's insane. Try not to watch it all at once. I just watch Star Trek on repeat and don't really watch it since I've already seen them so much now. I'm not gonna lie, I actually get caught watching it every night. If I wasn't here talking to you guys, I'd be watching Star Trek. Getting ready to go to bed. What's up, Scratch? Barry. There are people and should just co-paste this, lol, asking for martial law. See, that's okay. Ice cream date. All right, there's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. They want people to call for what they want. In this case, it may be martial law. Who knows? This may be the time that the election doesn't happen. You know, we may not have another election, which probably doesn't matter because none of them people are in it for us, anyways. Ah, the emojis, it looks like they got updated. Or is that just because I'm in the browser? Probably because I'm in the browser. I'm telling y'all, my shoulder is screwy. I'm hooked on the new Lost in Space. Oh, Lost in Space. Yeah, I've watched that. That show. I'm not gonna ruin it for you or anything. It's great. It's a great show. But it made me so mad the whole way through. And now I've seen the first 2 seasons. I watched the first season twice. I liked it that much. Cheers. I'm glad you all stopped by to hang out with me tonight. Altered Carbon. This show is so awesome. I like the first season a lot. The second season is turning out to be pretty good, but sometimes when they come out with this new stuff that's very similar to the old stuff, it's really just, it's hard to get into the other one. And the thing is, you kind of fall in love with the character, you know, like not like in love or whatever, but in this one it's a different guy for the main character. But he's doing a really good job. I was just upset because I expected him to be in a new sleeve, new body, but I also expected the other character to be there because supposedly he was supposed to be getting his body back, because that was just a loan. It was just a loan. You loan your sleeve out. The Witcher. That's a series that I wanted to watch and haven't really watched. The Stand. You posted The Stand on Facebook. The whole thing, 6 hours of it, 6.5 hours. That's not even a movie. That's a mini series. I guess it's a movie, but I mean it was a Stephen King novel mini series. I love that film. It was like, I think I had it on VHS. I think it was like 4 VHS tapes, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I had it. I think I eventually bought it on DVD, but never even watched it on the DVD. Leaks Freaks. What's that? C3V22 coronavirus. Illuminati confirmed chaos. Yeah, they want, see, it's the Hegelian dialectic. They gotta get us calling for the solution that they've already predetermined by the chaos they create. I'd post the wall so people might get it. What? You're not the Scratch I'm thinking of. Is it not Scratch? Is it Scratch? Is it not Scratch? I don't know anything anymore. I don't know anything. Alter Carbon is set in a future where consciousness is digitized and stored in cortical stacks implanted in the spine, allowing humans to survive physical death by having their memories and consciousness re-sleeved into new bodies. The story follows specially trained envoy soldier Takashi Kovacs, who is downloaded from an off-world prison and into a combat-ready sleeve at the behest of Lawrence Bancroft, a highly influential aristocrat. Bancroft was killed, and the last automatic backup of his sleeve was made hours before his death, leaving him with no memory of who killed him and why. While police ruled it a suicide, Bancroft is convinced he was murdered and wants Kovacs to find out the truth. I know the truth. I watched it. I don't do LP, no P. What? I'm the same one. I don't do LP no more. I don't get that either. I don't know. I'm so out of the loop. But for sure. Did you all watch? What? Is that Dexter? Are they bringing it back? Somebody said to me that they're bringing Dexter back. This show is it's just like another show too, and I can't think of what it's called right now. It's not like the synthetic show, but it's sort of. I can't go anywhere. I'm in my own little prison. So making the most of it. Are you in quarantine? Are you in quarantine, Scratch? I'm high risk, so I ain't taking any chances. Okay. So you're one of the ones that are on the fence thinking it could possibly be something in the water out there, tainted. Fourth Reich. Actually, let's go back to that. Let's go back to that so I can read that description of that. Hunters, ex-Hunters. I wonder if I got to put the X. No, there it is. Apparently, it's just called Hunters. I don't know why there's a big X. Self-isolation. Dexter, I like that show, but it's kind of crazy. I was trying to figure out what the name of that movie was, though. The Guyver. And it took me too long to find it, man, because it kept trying to take me to Star Child or Star Kid or whatever the hell it was. But that movie was a total ripoff of the Guyver, I swear. Totally. Started watching Hidden Hand. I got hooked to his very at the end of his videos. You like the dancing guy? I can't take a chance. I have 2 wrecked lungs. If this gets to me, I'm a goner. Sorry to hear that, Scratch. I hope all's well, brother. It'll be all good. Another couple months, it'll be blown over. And they'll be coming out with something else. They're regurgitating a lot of movies because, yeah, their muse is sick because we won't sell out. Me too, Scratch. I've got COPD and emphysema, so I should be careful. Well, I'll be praying for you all. For sure. Let's see, where's that? In 1977, in New York City, a troubled young Jewish man bent on revenge is taken in by a secret group of Nazi hunters, fighting a clandestine war against the cabal of high-ranking Nazi officials in hiding who worked to create the Fourth Reich in America. America! This totally happened. It all totally happened in real life. Not the way they're portraying it on TV. I I have a different theory. It's a completely off the wall theory I made up in my own head. I don't have anything to back it up besides nothing. But I think that I'm not even gonna say it. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say it. I think that the Jews, the ones that are in control, like the ones that are most influential and most powerful now, I think that they were involved. Like, I mean, George Soros, he totally says that he was definitely involved. And I think that all the ones that died were ones that maybe had impure lineage, so to speak. So they were literally just purging people that they didn't approve of. But that's my opinion. Barry Chad. Wow. Yeah, I'm crazy. But this is no different than history. We're just going off of what they wrote down to believe. Who knows? It's just crazy how close to reality this is. I just don't understand how they get away with it. How they get away with it. Because it is entertaining to us, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I need to put my pick back on so peeps don't think I'm a troll. I'm working on a flag for Rex. I spent 12 hours in the past 2 days at least. A lot more than that, actually. I just don't want to say. Just putting those operation systems on there. I got those 2 Mac systems. They still have their outdated OS X's on them, dual booted with Linux. One of them has Kali, and the other is just straight up Ubuntu. Took me 6 tries to get Kali on there. 6 installations for it to actually come out correct. I'm actually getting kind of tired now. I could probably start doing these more toward the evening times. It's just I have to wait until everybody settles down because they stay wilding out. And I have to contend with my video game addiction. Most of the time I just sit and look at the games I have. Just think, oh, I could be playing this. I think that's the age, man. I'm getting old. Getting older. And I can't just stay up all night like I used to. Me and my friend, when we were young, we had this one week where we got rained out of school for an entire week. It just rained. And we stayed up for 3 days straight playing Burnout Revenge. And then I sat down. I was like, we were trying to break the Guinness Book of World Records, you know what I mean? And I said, alright man, I'm going to sit down for a second. I sat down in a basket of clothes. I fell asleep for like 12 hours. I woke up, my friend was gone. I was like, where'd he go? He went home as soon as he fell asleep. I was like, oh, that month. Yeah, I think we were at his house for the whole time, and then just about anyway. He was always a homebody. Nearly 5 here. 5 a.m.? What? It's like 11:30, 11:40. That's pretty late. I usually get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But if I don't get up in that amount of time, then I just want to sleep and sleep and sleep, and I just get to sleep for 12 hours. I'm still a child in my mind. Italians send a chilling coronavirus warning to Americans. In new video. Oh, let's see this. Let's see this. I saw a press conference, right? Donald Trump. And he shakes hands with this person. He shook hands with like 3 or 4 people, and they were telling him, "You're not supposed to do that." Oh, alright, yeah, alright. I remembered what I was thinking about this whole thing when I saw that press conference. All right, so Donald Trump was literally saying the president of the United States said back to back multiple times, he just kept saying, shaking hands is bad. We got to get out of the idea of going up to each other and shaking each other's hands. We got to start practicing. I don't know if he said this. He said, but the news anchor kept saying social distancing. And then the news anchor showed how Donald Trump walked up to each of these dignitaries and shook their hand. And then one dignitary tried to give him his elbow. And Trump was like kind of upset about that. And then he just went on there like they gave him hell, right? If it freezes up, yeah, it might be me. It runs smooth on mine, but you know, it's telling me that I'm dropping frames for sure. But couldn't you see how it literally could just be that they want people to be less connected? They want us to split up. It's probably all these ads. Let me close this up. You guys can just look at my guy. Look at my guy dancing. Actually, he's just hiding his hand. Let me see. But now I lost my train of thought. Yeah. What if they literally just don't want us shaking hands? They don't want us communicating. Literally, one of the things they said on the news, they were like, gatherings of 5 or more should not happen. People should not be gathering. This is like Brave New World. I haven't even read that yet. I got the book finally, but I haven't read it. We're living in a movie right now. This is happening. It's crazy. I can't even believe it, but it's really happening. I have a text from the VA on response to the virus, looking at it. It scares me, man. What if they sick their military dogs on us? I'm not really kind of trying to disrespect the military, because like I said, I got a brother in the military, but for real, they gonna sick them on us. They gonna tell them that we are a threat. I don't think many of them would actually go against their orders, but maybe some of them will. It's not going to be good for them, though, if they do. So, it's... I don't know. How do we solve it? That's the problem. Be going out just like I normally do. Me too. But I don't leave the house. That's what I normally do. So that's kind of what I've been sticking to. I need to start getting out more. It's just... I don't know. I feel like I can get more done if I just don't go anywhere. I still get almost nothing done, but I get stuff done. I ain't taking any risks. I'm Billy No Mates right now. Peace at last. Oh, I think I get it. No, friend. Circles get smaller as you get older most of the time. I'm out every day. This hoax don't scare me none. What scares me is people in hazmat suits and military people with guns. That's what scares me. Like, I'm not scared of it immediately, but I'm scared that if it goes too far, if people just keep feeding into it, you know, like, we got 6 of us here, but we're just barely more than a handful, you know. People who don't really think it's that big a deal, you know, but we're still, some of us staying cautious, but most people are just, they believe everything that the TV tells them. And then if you try to say, well, I saw this on a movie and this is pretty much close to real life, they just roll their eyes. But they believe everything the news tells them. I don't get it. I don't understand. I asked somebody, I'm just like, why? I think that they lied about everything before this. So why would they just start telling us the truth all of a sudden? Oh, they grew conscious. They started caring about us all at once. No, they don't care. They never did. The only thing they care about is control. You know, they want us to make products for them to sell back to us. I mean, I remember when I worked at Walmart for a little while, and I finally got my discount card, right? But I never spent any money there. I was like, there's no way. And I know there's some people who literally, they bought stocks from Walmart. They only spent money at Walmart. Maybe that's a good thing. To have pride. Pride is a sin, though. That is, think about this. There's one thing. I think that they infected everybody with them flu vaccines last year. That's what I think. Anyways, think about this. You know, in Lion King, the pride, Simba, and the pride, and they hold him up for everybody to see, the whole pride to see. I think that programmed people to be that way, and that's why people put pictures of their kids up on Facebook, because the generation of people now who are having kids are the kids who watch that on TV. So now they're just putting their kids out there. And I told my girlfriend, I said, I don't want my kids going to school. I don't want my kids in a yearbook, because that yearbook is a catalog for these perverts. You know what I'm saying? These freaking. And she was like, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep now. I told her that a long time ago. I don't talk to her about stuff like that anymore because it bothers her. Buffering, an ex-military guy told me that we should have closed our borders in November. Take zinc to prevent the virus. Taking old frozen. What? I have a wrench? Recovering soul? I guess so, brother. I could give out some more wrenches, probably. Just wasn't thinking about it. And you gotta be careful these days. Add mod. Never know who might be lurking. Actually, the only reason I'm kind of guarded with online people is I had a very bad experience with this one YouTuber. Very bad experience. Like, this person threatened my life. I didn't have any fear that this person was actually going to do anything to me. But then when that didn't work, when all this craziness and threats didn't work, he started finding people on my Facebook and going and like harassing them people. Harassed my brother, harassed my girlfriend, harassed my girlfriend's grandmother, or at least made it look like he was doing it. And it was just crazy. It was crazy. I was loving it for a little bit, because I just laughing, you know. I was like, I really got this person riled up. Like, this person really cares. And I don't know. FF's YouTube. What's your D Live? I don't have one. I did set up a BitTube. What is that one? I can't even think of what it's called now. BitTube? I don't know. BitChain. No, I don't know. Not BitChain. I had set up something. See, I'm getting tired. I can't think. Camel Rose. Oh yeah. How ya, hidden hand? If they survive. The way I look at it is this. I'm not scared of dying, you know. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of painfully dying. I'm afraid of dying taking a long time. I'm afraid of getting arthritis and being old. That's what I'm afraid of. Terrified of it. Absolutely terrified. So, it's sad to say, but if I could just get a virus and die in like 2 days, I'm just kidding. Because I saw the show, and that's what happened to those people, and that didn't look peaceful. So that's not a very good way to go. There's no good way to go. Living is terrifying. That's what it is. Living is terrifying because you know you're gonna have to die to get out of it. You know what I mean? How is that gonna happen? Who the fuck knows? They ain't bribing me. I'm not going with anybody in a hazmat suit. No. They will have to shoot me to death because no. I'm not getting quarantined unless they're quarantining the whole fucking state, like in Escape from New York. Maybe homeless people take this test shot and we give you place to live and meals while we monitor you. That's messed up. Hey, think about this. I don't know. It's like I said, people, you know, maybe one-on-one, you know, your family, you might be alright. People, as in like the general of people, like a group of people, maybe 3 or more, 5 or more. We crap the bed on it, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Group mentality, pack mentality. And no. Both of my worst ways to die involve not being able to breathe. Oh God. See, drowning or suffocating. I know that's right, Scratch. What do you say? I missed it. They ain't bribing me. That's what I have to look forward to. Not fun. My grandmother had real bad rheumatoid arthritis. She could barely stand up. I don't think she could stand up toward the end of her life. It's just, I don't look forward to it. Maybe that won't happen to me. But that's what people always think. Oh, maybe that won't happen to me. I'm really inactive, you know what I'm saying? I need to get back on the healthy lifestyle living. About 4 or 5, no, it's been about 6 years now. Jesus. 6 years ago, I was living healthy. I was only drinking milk and water, which milk may not be the healthiest thing, but milk and water, that alone made me feel much better. And that was around the time I quit smoking cigarettes, so always welcome, very old mate. Definitely. All my peeps are welcome. I don't mind trolls unless it's that one person I was telling you about because they're unstable. Unstable. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this week. I don't know if I'll have any lives, but I haven't, usually all those videos that I put out, most of them were mirrors or whatever, but I edit them here or there. I'm going to get on with do-it-yourself and my car stuff in peace now. I hear you. I got to do some work on some vehicles and get them fixed up and sold. And just because I've let them go into disrepair because I never leave. I literally let 2 of my car batteries die, and now they need new tires, new batteries. I'm going to have to drain the gas and the oil and some other. It's just, I am terrible at vehicle ownership. Terrible. Worst vehicle owner ever. But technology, video games, that stuff, I got that down pat. My kids already left me to die. Oh, brother, I'm sorry. Brother, sister. I try to contact them in crickets. That's kind of how it is for me with my mom and stuff too. I can't talk to her because she reminds me too much of myself, and I can't. She drives me crazier than any other person I've ever met. But nobody likes to look in the mirror of their negative qualities. I don't know. I don't know. Same, Tammy, and whoever the poor soul is that has to empty my house. I got a lot of stuff, lol. I don't have much, but I've accumulated quite a bit of little pieces of technology lately. Like, I've never had more than enough clothes to fit in a garbage sack. I've honestly kind of been homeless my whole life, sort of. Not very awake. I'm very sleepy, actually. I've been up since like 7 o'clock. I'll probably get up at like 6 or 7 in the morning. They can't do this for long. It will crush the American economy, and that's not going to happen. I don't know. I think if they crush the economy or whatever, a lot of people think they're going to move us into a cashless society, which cash itself is empty. Fiat. Reboot. I'll be back. I've actually been going for an hour. I could talk forever once I get going about absolutely nothing. That's the problem. That's one of the reasons I stay away from people, because I talk. I tell them my opinions. Anonymous. Hey, brother. How you doing? Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no Corona Square. I have papers all over. Long tip force. 3 storage units, plus everything my ex stole. Wherever he put everything. Sorry to hear that. Damn soul. That's awful. I'm so sorry. Me too. It's just, I don't know, man. Human beings. What makes us the way we are? Ice cream day. Ice cream. I got a whole bunch of blue out there. My background. I can see now that I was a little off with building this thing. I tell you, I'm always afraid to tell people what my goals or what my things I want to do are. It's okay, been 7 years. Maybe for the best. Had time to sort of grieve my kids. Maybe don't have to watch them die twice. Oh Lord. But my son is first responder, so there's that. Anon, all. Love all. Just sit back and watch the world go to hell. Our souls. I got popcorn. I don't know, man. I don't know if we can stop it, because we can't work together very well. You know, not enough of us. We can't just live and let live. Like, everyone can't do that. We can't just look at anyone and see that the only thing that separates us is geography. Geography is destiny. Circumstances. Those are the only things that make us different. The DNA thing, you know, that's a little bit there. A lot, I guess, but mostly it's just, I mean, even that is determined by geography. I'm almost out of bubble gum. I'm all out of bubble gum. I quit chewing bubble gum years ago, cause I was tired of their bull stuff. No, for real though. It's saying I have 32 dropped frames now. Let's see. I will tell you all too, if you are gamers, I figured out a way to get some free games. Like, I think it happens every week. The Epic Games installer. Like, if you had, I mean, even if you have just a decent computer, they give away most of the time small games. Like any of the big games, I haven't downloaded them. And the first time I installed it though and downloaded it, Assassin's Creed, one of the Assassin's Creed games for free. It's pretty sweet. But I got it to try to download the Epic Games. Epic Games created Unreal Engine 4. I haven't put enough time into anything like that though. I feel like I could create a game. I get distracted a lot. Upbringing has a lot to do with making up a person's character. Yeah, I mean, definitely. But even that is determined by geography, in a way. Like your parents are never going to meet each other, if they're not in the same area at the same time. But also, I wasn't actually raised, and as far back as I can think, I've always been the same in my mind. You know what I mean? I've always been the same. Time doesn't exist to me in the same way it does other people. I can look at my face now and see that I've gotten older now. But for the longest time, you couldn't even tell that time was going by just looking at myself. I've got a ton of games on consoles, a pretty cool gaming PC, yet I don't play any of them. Yes, I'm a dog. Same here. Every now and then, the other day, I live streamed Bloodborne, and my frame rate's pretty terrible. I'm sticking with it because I feel like I had this idea before anybody else. I just didn't have the ability, not necessarily the ability, but the right circumstances. And now I do sort of, and it's still so difficult. I'm actually about to get off here, but I want to leave you all with a passage from a book. And some of you probably heard me read this before. The Alchemist. You might not even be able to see it. No, you can. It's the right way. We're all the same and connected. That's right, Scratch. We're all one. The only thing that separates us is, our thoughts, I guess. I had a different thought for that, but I lost it. When I get tired, I lose all my RAM. It just goes away. My RAM memory. Alright, so I might read a little more of this then, so that you can get the full context of the quote that I want to get out of here. The day was dawning, and the shepherd urged his sheep in the direction of the sun. They never have to make any decisions, he thought. Maybe that's why they always stay close to me. The only things that concerned the sheep were food and water. As long as the boy knew how to find the best pastures in Andalusia, they would be his friends. Yes, their days were all the same, with the seemingly endless hours between sunrise and dusk, and they had never read a book in their young lives and didn't understand when the boy told them about the sights of the cities. They were content with just food and water, and in exchange they generously gave of their wool, their company, and once in a while their meat. If I became a monster today and decided to kill them all, one by one, they would become aware only after most of the flock had been slaughtered. Thought the boy, they trust me, and they've forgotten how to rely on their own instincts, because I lead them to nourishment. If that doesn't explain the state of things, I don't know what does. If that doesn't explain the state of the sheeple in this country, in the world, probably, I think it's only here. I think in other countries people go along to get along. I think they go along because they're scared. I don't know. Maybe people do that here too. Maybe they're scared of being ostracized. That's all they're afraid of. They're afraid that they won't be a part of the group. But only, I mean, we realize now, but like I said, there's 7 of us, and there's how many? 300 million in America? I know all of y'all are probably not in America. Some of y'all have smaller countries, bigger countries, but it's just like the mass amount of those people, they just believe what the news tells them. Everything the news tells them. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to get off here because my PC needs to be charged up. But I'm drunk with power from a wrench. Appreciate it. Good stream. Thank you, Not Barry. Much love to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you. Scratch, Barry, Tammy, Anonymous, my friend, Recovering Soul, Ice, Cream Day, all of you. There might be some more that I missed, and I'm sorry if I did. 325 million in America. And almost all of those, I'd say 300 million of them, believe everything the news tells them. It may be they think that CNN is lying, but they believe Fox. Or they believe CNN and Fox is lying, but they're all just believers. They're not thinkers. Definitely. Scratch. 65 million. And 60 million of them sheep. and 50 million of them gonna die before that other 10 million is like, oh my God, this other 5 million people were right. We've got to. Where's all the guns? Oh, we don't have any. Oh God, what are we gonna do? Please listen. Maybe we can. Somebody be like, maybe we can communicate. You know, maybe we can deal with them. No, no deal. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you all for being here. And I'll see you next time. Maybe it won't be as long in between. And maybe I can get that upgrade on the internet so I can stop dropping all these frames. Make it much more enjoyable for you all. Thank you for being here. One love.